Hi everyone, I've decided to do Sexuality Saturday and Serious Sunday because obviously there are so many sexualities to talk about, but also some serious things that I want to mention. So, no video yesterday, I went camping, so that's going to start next week, but today I'm going to talk about depression, which is something very important to me, but also a thing that a ton of people struggle with. Basically, I want to share a bit of my story and say that it's totally normal to struggle with mental health issues like depression. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't get help. If you're really struggling, then please reach out to someone, either a therapist or a psychiatrist or just a call line. Is it called a hotline? I'll put a link in the chat below or in the description of the video. So the general definition of depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. Basically, because certain chemicals aren't being produced in your brain, you feel really down. Like, really down. All the time. And that's why I think finding a psychiatrist is really important, because they prescribe you the medication to help balance the chemicals. But there are a ton of medications, and it really just depends on your brain which one will be the most helpful to you. So it's kind of like feeding a dog, or feeding anyone, I suppose, but I like dogs. Some dogs really like a certain kind of food, some dogs don't. Your brain might take in a certain chemical and might not take in a different kind. I personally went through a ton of medications before I found the right combination for me, and I am always checking and adjusting it and going through just to make sure I have what I need. For my personal story, I've struggled a lot with depression since middle school, and anxiety, but I'll talk about that in a different video. I will say that things can be different for everyone. So I personally don't remember a ton of middle school. I think I was just kind of existing, but nothing more than that. So sometimes when I talk about my depression, I'm kind of like, I don't really know, because for so long I didn't realize anything was wrong. I was just kind of there. And it's hard to explain. I don't even know where to start, because I didn't know anything was wrong because I couldn't remember feeling okay. That's the best I can do of describing how I felt in middle school, honestly. It was going through a haze. But then I started going to therapy and all that stuff, and things have been very slowly getting better, like kind of like the beginning of last semester in school was really hard for me, for example, and I'd started to go back into that dark place I was in middle school, but this time I had more resources to go to, and I think that was really, really important. Honestly, it was hard for me to make this video. It's been hard for me to make this video for multiple reasons. One is I was feeling rather down today, and when I'm in one of those states where I feel depressed, it's hard for me to motivate myself to do anything. But two, this is not an easy topic to talk about. Although it's getting more common, people don't really talk about mental health a ton, and that's a problem. So many people suffer from mental illnesses, which I think is a really bad name, by the way, but don't feel like they can do anything or feel like they're really alone. So obviously, I'm not a YouTube star. Not that many people watch my videos. But if I can help even one person feel like they're not alone, I think that's really worth it. So I'm trying to be really open about who I am. So if you have any questions about depression or my experiences, let me know in the comments and I'll reply as fast as I can. Like, subscribe, share, other words, and actually sharing who you are and how you're feeling can be pretty chaotic. It was for me. So go cause chaos in whatever form.